I'm John Russo with Progressive Scale. I'm going to show you today Progressive, the PPS LTE. We're tied in with, we integrated with A&D Systems. We have a SW60KL scale tied in with a Windows 7 PC. It's a touchscreen washdown PC. We also have a Zebra label printer, Ethernet tied in. What we're doing is we have a scale talking serially to the PC, connected here on the bottom. The PC is also connected Ethernet to the same network. This design is running SQL Server in the background, so all the data is stored on this PC. It does not have to be all on this PC. We can remove the database from this PC and put it out on the server, and then we can have multiple PCs running off the same database, so that we have a networked system. And what we have is we have all these orange buttons up here allows you to look up products. I can either look up by a number, so if I hit this number, look up by number, I hit a number, it's going to show me all the products that match that number. I only hit 1 so far, so it's showing me everything that starts with 1. If I hit 2, it's going to show me everything that starts with 2, 3, it shows me everything that starts with 1, 2, 3. I'm going to choose Sea Bass Fillets, Tray Pack. It shows me a picture of the product, and it also shows me a picture of the label that's about to be printed. This label here, these are some of the labels that are currently we designed for the system, but it does not have to be just these labels. We can design them specifically to your needs. We have, this is a GS1 barcode. It follows GS1 barcoding standards. When we print with this standard, every single label is serialized. So within that barcode, we have a manufacturer ID, a serial number, weight, and manufacturing date. This label is also, it's a blank label, so this graphic right here is being printed at time of printing. This label is a pre-pack or a price per pound label. So we've got here, for this product, we put in a price per pound, we put in the price per pound, the net weight, and this is the calculated price right here. This barcode is also scannable in a grocery store so that you can use them in a grocery store type of environment. So customers can pre-pack for their customers. This is using the same barcoding, just a different layout. This blue information and this black is all pre-printed, and we're printing this information. Sorry, my finger's over here. We're printing this information here. Okay. Now we do have several different ways of looking up a product. We can look up by number. We can look up by all. That shows every product in the system, and we select our product. Just jumps right to that product. We see over here some of this information is the information that is stored with that product. Sell by days. The sell by date is calculated automatically. Price is part of that product. That price, if you look up here in the upper left-hand corner, the price is being calculated right now based on the weight. Go back down here, the min, max, and fixed. In order to print a label, we have to fall between the min and the max to print a label. If it's fixed, what will happen is if the weight is between min and max, we will print 20 pounds. So typically, in this case, the min and the max is way too far apart. It would be 20 to 21 pounds. So that if you wanted to get a 20-pound box, you would put your minimum as 20 and your max maybe 20 and a half, and then you could print 20 pounds. Okay, zoom out. The other way to look up an item is look up by group. If we choose fish, it's going to show us only the fish products. Okay, and we're going to again select a product. So those are the ways we select a product. And then once we've got our items on the scale, we have weight on the scale, 0.38 pounds. If you notice, I'm going to move the scale. I'm going to keep the scale in motion. So just continue moving. Okay, get up over here. There used to be a stable character right here. It's going away. If I hit print, it's just waiting. It will not print until I let go of the scale. It has to be stable for it to print. And we just printed a label. The reason for that is so we can follow and tap. Some of the other features that we have is we can change sell by days on the fly. If I hit this button, sell by days, I'm going to put 5 sell-by days instead. It automatically calculates sell-by if we're printing that on the label. Print lot and view lot. As we're processing, when we started, we would have entered a lot number that we're processing to. So every time we print a label, it's going to go to a lot. So if I enter lot 1, 2, 3, right here, lot number 1, 2, 3, everything that I weigh is now going to go on lot 1, 2, 3. When I hit print, the label I just printed is now tied to lot 1, 2, 3. Now we've done a lot of transactions here, so if I say view lot, I look up lot report for 1, 2, 3. It's showing me every transaction that was created for lot 1, 2, 3, grouped by product, as well as each product has a serial number and a pallet that it was created on. The pallet we'll go over in a second. Over here is palletizing. If you have multiple lines coming in, funneling into one scale system, when I say lines, multiple lots, if you're bringing lobster and scallops and wild black sea bass all into the same scale system, I had already set up a pallet, which is very simple to do, but if I hit lobster, I just selected the lobster line, it jumps to the right lot number for lobster and pulls up the product, and I hit print. If I want to jump back to wild black sea bass, I hit the button, it jumps me back to wild black sea bass. And because I'm putting it on a pallet, it's showing me the totals for that pallet. When I say close pallet, it will print me a subtotal label, which is a pallet manifest with all the information on that pallet. And we can see down here on the label, number of cases, the product. You can mix and match products. What it's showing us here, you see beef T-bone on there. It shows you the last one. We have the pallet button up here. This is showing us the last product that we weighed on there. You can do multiple products on a pallet. The other button that we have over here, which is very handy, is delete. Because if you were doing a lot or a pallet and you made a mistake, you'd want to take that transaction off because it would skew your totals. So if I hit delete, I can go into the last transaction. This lobster, I can select it, or I can select multiples and delete them. Okay, I made a mistake. Now those transactions are no longer in the system. The ship button is for future use. You will be able to ship on this system. It'll be an add-on where you'll be able to scan those barcode labels that we created and create a shipping manifest. One of the other things I didn't mention is up here, copies. You can print 2 to 3 to 4 copies of the same label if you need a label on each side of the box. You can also print quantity. If I needed to print a quantity of labels, hit print quantity. I want 2 labels at 78.32 pounds. The printer will now print 2 labels. And you don't have to weigh those cases. That's for if you're receiving in a large pallet of product and it's already been weighed, it's already got labels on it, but you just need to relabel it with a barcode because you're shipping it using barcoding. One other thing we're going to cover, this heartbeat that's been going off up here. That's telling us that there is serial communications going on right now. If you don't have the heartbeat, then we would know there's a broken cable or something like that, so that we can help troubleshoot the system. The other thing here is this printer. You see a printer there, and that tells us the IP address of the printer. If I were to turn off the printer, if I power it down, I'm going to go do that. That will go away, and it'll tell me that there's no printer available. Now I can't print, I can't do anything, and it lets me know that the printer is unavailable. So you turn the printer back on, a few seconds later it will detect the printer and allow you to resume.